Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We also want to welcome you in if you're streaming us on KREM 2+. We're under a weather impact alert this morning because if you look outside your window, you'll notice maybe some snow on your grass and maybe even on your vehicle. Let's get on over to Brandon T. Jones with all the details. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. And actually, I just want to go ahead and pull up our live radar right now because you can see that snow shifting towards the east now. So there were some heavy flakes coming down as we got into work early this morning around 4 a.m. So it was looking a little bit like a snow globe out there. But as we kind of go ahead and zoom in a bit, you can see it is moving out of the region. Coeur d'Alene, you may still be experiencing a few snowflakes over there as well. But we do have a weather impact alert in place this morning because there could be some slippery conditions out there on the roads.
And speaking of the roads, here's a live look at I-90 and Freo right now. You can see on the freeway right now, it looks like traffic is moving nice and smoothly. We are seeing a few brake lights at this hour, and also traffic volumes just picking up a tad. Of course, whenever we do encounter a snow event like this, it's always just a good reminder to take it easy out there. Give yourself a few extra minutes to dust off your vehicle and warm up your vehicle as well. We'll keep a close eye on the conditions throughout the morning for you and give you another update on weather and traffic in the next 30 minutes. New within the last 30 minutes, President-elect Donald Trump is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to stop the sentencing in his New York hush money case. The Trump's lawyers turned to the nation's highest court after a New York judge denied the request yesterday. The sentencing is scheduled for Friday, a little over a week before Trump will be sworn in for a second term. Trump was convicted on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. He maintains he did nothing wrong. New from overnight, the family of a man who Spokane police shot and killed in 2023 at a Walmart says they intend to sue the city for $50 million. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy read through the tort claim filed and brings us the latest.
The city of Spokane is on notice. The family of Carrie Jones-Hilberg, who died in a police shooting at this Walmart in 2023, plan to sue the city in a wrongful death lawsuit. Court records say on December 3rd, 2 on-duty Spokane police officers say they saw a man shoplift from the North Spokane Walmart. The officers approached Carrie Jones-Hilberg. When they attempted to arrest him for shoplifting, they say he violently resisted. During this confrontation, court records say the officers saw an outline of a dark-colored firearm on Joan Hilberg's shoulder holster. That's when Officer Carl Richardson yelled, "He's got a gun." The suspect yelled back, "No, I don't." Court documents say the suspect allegedly reached towards his chest. That's when Officer Richardson shot the suspect once and killed him. In October of last year, the Spokane County prosecutor determined the shooting to be justified, meaning no criminal charges were filed against Officer Richardson. We confirmed with SPD he's still with the department. The Jones-Hilberg family wants to sue the city in response.
So juries have enormous power to right wrongs and injustice in the world, and that's what we're seeking.
Attorney Rondi Thorpe is representing the Jones-Hilberg family.
Well, the family is absolutely devastated by the death of their son and father. It's been a huge blow to them.
The tort claim filed on Tuesday with the Spokane City Clerk is a legal claim seeking money. The family is seeking $50 million in damages, but if the case goes to trial, that amount will be decided in court. Thorpe says if the issue isn't resolved in 60 days, they can go to trial.
Sometimes you can seek punitive damages to get police or governments to change their behavior. And sometimes the only thing that makes the police change their behavior are large jury verdicts.
A change Thorpe says the family is fighting for while grieving. We reached out to the Spokane Police Department regarding this claim. They say they can't comment on pending legal actions. In North Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
An update for you this morning. The 2 men detained by law enforcement after Monday's deadly Spokane Valley shooting have been released. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it was a heated confrontation that turned into a deadly shooting. When deputies got to the scene, they found one man dead with multiple gunshot wounds. We spoke to a neighbor who heard the gunshots nearby.
I just heard about like 5 gunshots go off. Wasn't expecting it to be gunshots, but I looked and I looked out the window and I seen like, you can kind of see like somebody laying on the ground.
Spokane County deputies found one handgun at the scene. Investigators later arrested 2 men at a home blocks away from the scene. One of them told investigators he was acting in self-defense when he shot at the man who died. There are no pending charges at this time. Meade school officials hired a Seattle law firm to independently investigate the Meade High School football program. This comes after KREM 2 exclusively broke the story last year of multiple football players claiming they were assaulted by fellow teammates with a massage gun. Several Meade families are now suing the district, saying school officials never properly investigated when it was first reported and then failed to protect students in the months afterward, downplaying the allegations. There are also claims ongoing retaliation among teammates was racially motivated. The Seattle firm is being hired to look into district policy violations and whether any policy needs to be changed. They will also help determine if the district's initial response was adequate. We're tracking your money this morning. Soon, millions of Americans could soon see their credit score go up by as much as 22 points. The Biden administration announced a new rule banning medical debt from appearing on credit reports. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau estimates the regulation would remove $49 billion in medical debt for more than 15 million Americans. The move would make it easier for them to be approved for mortgages, car loans, and other lending.
And right now we're taking another live look out at the airport. Things looking smooth right there. Flights should be on schedule, but you will run into possibly some slick conditions as you make your way out there to the airport. So keep that in mind as some early morning snowfall fell across the region. As for some of those weather headlines, expect all of that snow to stop here across the inland northwest here pretty soon, and then that's going to lead us into a dry afternoon and an evening. The winter weather advisory will be in place till 8 a.m. but again, I don't expect much snow to continue falling at least until 8 a.m. It should be stopping roughly around 6:30. The last flake should be falling over there in Coeur d'Alene right now. So that wintry mix will eventually turn into some cloudy conditions throughout the afternoon and the evening.
More than 25 years ago, an ice storm dumped more than 1.5 inches of freezing rain on Spokane. You may remember this. This morning, we're introducing you to our new series, looking back on those history-making events. Here's a look back at the archives.
If we'd had guests, it would have gone within 12 inches of going straight into their head.
Marjorie Bledsoe's guest bedroom is now a hazardous area. She fears another night of ice and snow will force other trees to crack under the pressure.
When I was over working on the hedge, I would just stand like this and just cringe, waiting for something to come down and hit me.
You can watch the full Back to the Archives Ice Storm 96 right now on KREM 2+. It's free to download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. And then keep an eye out for more looks back into the KREM 2 archives.